Stop crying over your broken heart and listen to the cold, hard math of your existence. You think you're a victim of a cruel universe. You think that toxic relationship, that crushing debt, or that feeling of being a black sheep is a cosmic mistake. You are wrong. Dead wrong. Your life is not a tragedy. It's a high-stakes financial settlement. Before you were born, in a dimension of pure consciousness, you didn't ask for a happy life. You signed a soul contract to be a debt collector. You looked at the mountain of karmic debt. You've accumulated over 1,000 lifetimes, and you said, "Give it to me all at once. I want to be free in this lifetime, no matter how much it burns." That depression you're feeling? That's not a malfunction. It's the sound of a cosmic wire transfer. Every tear you shed is a payment made. Every betrayal you endure is a signature on a release form. You aren't being punished. You are being liquidated. I see you, General Z. I see you scrolling through a digital world of fake smiles, while your soul feels like it's drowning in liquid lead. You feel a deep, aching loneliness even in a crowded room. You wonder why you, out of everyone, have to carry the weight of generational trauma and a broken world. The ego screams that it's unfair. The ego wants a refund. But look deeper. That pain is the only thing that's real in this world of illusions. It is the friction required to wake you up from the matrix. You chose this hardcore mode because you were bored of the easy levels. You are a professional athlete of the spirit, and this life is your ultimate championship. If you run away now, the debt interest only grows. If you stay and face it, you become the master of the game. Welcome to the Dharma veins. I am not here to give you positive vibes or empty affirmations. I am here to provide the architectural blueprint of your suffering. In the next 10 minutes, I will strip away the lies your ego tells you. I will show you how to read the fine print of your soul contract, and, more importantly, how to settle the debt once and for all. If you leave this video in the first 3 minutes, you are choosing to stay in the loop of suffering. But if you stay until the final vow, I promise you a version of yourself that no person, no economy, and no tragedy can ever break again. Let's begin the audit of your soul. You are not a victim of biological chance. You are the architect of your own catastrophe. Let's perform a clinical dissection on your suffering. Why did you choose a hardcore mode for this incarnation? Why did you pick the parents who didn't understand you, the lovers who abandoned you, and the constant feeling of being an outsider in a world obsessed with surface-level vanity? In the spiritual economy, comfort is a stagnant asset. It yields zero returns. If your soul wanted a vacation, you would have stayed in the higher dimensions where everything is light and harmony. But you didn't. You descended into this dense, heavy, and painful 3-dimensional matrix because you understood one fundamental law of the universe: transformation requires friction. Your soul signed a contract for high-intensity interval training. The depression you face is the weight on the bench press. The anxiety is the cardio for your intuition. You aren't being crushed. You are being forged. I know the weight of that leaden blanket you wake up under every morning. I know the silent scream that echoes in your mind when you see others living their perfect, curated lives on a screen. You feel like a glitch in the system, a mistake that shouldn't exist. But listen to me, is the mistake, not you. Your inability to fit into a sick society is the greatest evidence of your spiritual health. You chose this isolation so you would stop looking for validation in the mirrors of others and start looking for the source of light within yourself. Every moment of loneliness was a clause in your contract designed to force you into self-sovereignty. You weren't abandoned. You were quarantined for your own awakening. The people who hurt you the most were actually your most dedicated teachers, playing the role of the villain, just so you could finally learn how to say no to the ego and yes to your divine essence. Now, stop asking, why is this happening to me? And start asking, what is this paying for? Look at your scars not as wounds, but as receipts for a debt that has been cleared. We are about to move into the evidence, the cold, logical mechanics of how this soul-level debt works and why your suffering is about to become your greatest superpower. If you felt the resonance of truth in these words, your contract is already starting to dissolve. But to fully exit the loop, you need to understand the science behind the frequency. Stay focused, because we are about to enter the evidence stack, where faith meets the cold precision of universal law. Now, let's dismantle the illusion of chaos with the cold precision of a spiritual audit. You think your suffering is random. Scientific materialism calls it bad luck, but quantum physics and ancient Buddhist metaphysics call it resonance. Your soul is not a static object. It is a complex frequency emitter. In the Alaya Vanana, or the storehouse consciousness, every action you've ever taken, every debt unpaid, and every shadow ignored is stored as a specific wave pattern. When you were preparing to incarnate, you didn't look for a happy life. You looked for a compatible one. You sought out the exact parents, the exact environment, and the exact traumas that matched your internal frequency. This is the science of dependent origination. If you have a debt of unworthiness from a previous cycle, the universe is mathematically obligated to provide you with a partner who devalues you. It's not cruelty. It's a cosmic balance sheet trying to reach zero. You are a biological magnet, pulling in the very villains you need to help you pay off your karmic interest. I know this sounds cold, perhaps even heartless to the part of you that is hurting right now. You're asking, why would I ever choose this? Think of it like a high-level developer debugging a massive piece of software. You cannot fix the code while the program is running smoothly. You have to trigger the crash to find the error. Your suffering is that controlled crash. In the Diamond Sutra, we learn that all phenomena are like a dream,
A bubble, a shadow.
Your pain is the most intense bubble because it's designed to pop the illusion of the ego. You chose the hard path because your soul realized that 1,000 lives of comfort couldn't teach you what 1 year of absolute brokenness can. You are in the ultimate spiritual accelerator. Stop viewing your life through the lens of a victim and start viewing it as a scientist observing a high-energy particle collision. To change the outcome, you must change the frequency of the observer. We are not talking about positive thinking. We are talking about karmic liquidation. Let me show you how this looks in the flesh. Let's look at a case study of a soul who, like you, thought they were cursed, only to realize they were the most successful debtor in the galaxy. Consider the case of Leo, a digital nomad who spent years drowning in a cycle of betrayal and financial collapse. To his friends, Leo was cursed. Every business partner stole from him. Every relationship ended in a gaslighting nightmare. He felt like the universe had a personal vendetta against him. But when we applied the soul audit, we found the hidden clause in his contract. In a previous state of being, Leo had been a master of manipulation, someone who valued power over connection. In this life, he didn't choose to be punished. He chose to be the student of betrayal. He signed a contract to experience the exact shadow he once cast on others, not as a sentence, but as a total system purge. He was paying back 1,000 years of debt in a single decade. Leo's breakthrough didn't come from working harder or finding better people. It came the moment he stopped fighting his creditors and started thanking them. He realized that his toxic business partner was actually a karmic debt collector sent to teach him the value of integrity. His cheating partner was a mirror soul sent to show him where he still abandoned himself. The moment Leo took 100% responsibility for the contract he signed, the creditors vanished. They had no more business with him. The frequency shifted. The bad luck stopped, not because he got lucky, but because the debt was settled. The bank of his soul finally hit a zero balance, and for the first time in eons, he was truly free. You are Leo. Your enemies are just cosmic couriers, delivering the bills you forgot you owed. If you keep tearing up the bills, they will keep sending more aggressive collectors. But if you sit down, look at the bill, and say, I acknowledge this debt, and I am paying it now through my awareness, the harassment stops. This is the secret to ending the cycle. But knowing the logic isn't enough. You need the protocol. In the next stage, I will give you the precise ritual to audit your own contract and declare spiritual bankruptcy, so you can finally start building real wealth. Do not blink. Your liberation is minutes away. Knowing the contract exists is not enough. You must now execute the liquidation protocol. This is not a meditation. It is a tactical software override. To stop the cycle of debt collection, you must perform the void transmutation every night before the biological system shuts down for sleep. Sit in absolute silence. Close your eyes and visualize the most painful event of your current life, that betrayal, that loss, that failure. Do not run from the sting. Instead, see it as a glowing red line of code on a vast cosmic screen. This is a debt entry. Now, breathe in for 4 seconds, hold for 4, and exhale for 8. With each exhale, repeat the internal command, I acknowledge this debt. I accept the lesson. I release the creditor. You are not asking for forgiveness. You are issuing a sovereign decree. Your body might shake. You might feel a sudden surge of grief or a wave of coldness. This is the physical evidence of karmic energy leaving your cellular memory. You have carried these heavy suitcases of why me for so long that your shoulders forgot what it feels like to be light. It's okay to let go now. The universe is not a police officer waiting to punish you. It is a mirror waiting for you to smile. When you stop resisting the pain loses its power to define you. You are shifting from the victim frequency to the master frequency. You are moving from being a character in the movie to being the light inside the projector. Starting tonight, treat every person who triggers you as a delivery driver, bringing you a receipt of payment. Thank them for the delivery and let them go. Do not engage in the drama. Just sign the receipt with your awareness and move on. Now, prepare yourself for the final transmission. We are about to seal this session with the sacred vow, the ultimate frequency lock that will ensure you never walk back into the prison of your own making. Repeat these words in the silence of your mind, for they are the vibration of your freedom. I, a sovereign spark of the infinite light, hereby declare my soul contract fulfilled. I no longer require the teachers of pain to show me my own strength. I no longer require the creditors of shadow to remind me of my light. I honor the journey of the suffering, but I now choose the path of the awakened. By the power of the void and the wisdom of the Diamond Sutra, I am debt-free. I am free. I am. This is the sound of the chains falling away. The matrix has no more hooks in you, because you have dissolved the self that was being hooked. You have returned to the state of sunyata, the beautiful, pregnant emptiness where everything is possible and nothing is broken. Look at the world tomorrow with new eyes. Notice how the colors seem sharper, how the air feels lighter. The people who used to hurt you will either change their behavior or simply fade out of your reality entirely. They no longer have a frequency to attach to. You are a pioneer of the new earth, a General Z soul who dared to look into the abyss and saw only a reflection of God. You are loved beyond measure. not for what you do, but for the courage you showed by choosing this difficult, beautiful life. The contract is burned. The slate is clean. Your transformation is the greatest gift you can give to this planet. If you felt your soul vibrate during this vow, share your declaration of freedom in the comments below. Say, I am free to ground this energy in the physical world. Subscribe to the Dharma veins to keep your frequency aligned with the truth. Go forth now, not as a debtor, but as a creator. The game is yours to play. Namaste.